Hey guys, and welcome to Q&A with Cheryl. Today's question is, how do you delegate without micromanaging your team? So I can say that back decades ago, I was in corporate for a minute, and I had a micromanager, and she checked in constantly, and she hovered over my shoulder. I could remember her breath on my neck. She was a hoverer, micromanager. So it's not fun, but you can delegate as a manager without losing control. But you have to be clear about the results that you're looking for. Okay, so a lot of leaders will assign a task, they'll give every step, and they'll check in constantly and do all of that before the employee even has a chance to think about how they want to approach it. That may seem helpful, giving them step by step, but it can leave the employee almost like waiting for the next direction instead of moving forward and trying to make a decision on their own. So start by defining the result, and I'll give you an example on something you could say possibly. So I need a one-page summary of the 3 biggest onboarding gaps by Friday. Include what's happening, the business impact, and your recommendation. Use the process that works best for you, and let's check in on Wednesday afternoon. And that's it. So now the employee knows what good looks like. You've defined the results, when the work is due, and when you're going to reconnect. So they have a chance to take initiative and come up with the process that works for them. But they're still going to give you the result that you're looking for. So if you need further clarification, you could also say, walk me through, how you're thinking about this, how you're going to approach it. And then that way, that little bit can clarify any misunderstandings. Okay, so when the work is completed, don't rush in as soon as they're done and tell them everything you would have done, differently, or your process or how you would have done it. Instead, ask them what worked, what didn't work, what would you do differently, and what support could I have offered to help you in completing this task. So again, I'm a big fan of acts of service. Remember that because someone completed the work differently does not mean that it's wrong. There's just a different method for completing tasks for every person. Bottom line, good delegation gives people clarity, support, and enough space to build confidence and solve problems on their own. Okay? So, what makes delegation difficult for you? Trusting the process, defining the outcome, or letting someone do it differently? Share your answer in the comments, and I'll see you next time for Q&A with Cheryl.